Why, hello there. Welcome to this live stream. Hi there. Welcome. See Scarlett and Ash. I just pinged the Discord. I should probably start when I go live, I should probably start posting on TikTok and Instagram and stuff that I'm live. I should probably do that. I should probably send out a thing on you call it Blue Sky. I should probably, do they allow links on Blue Sky? I think they do, right? So I can probably just grab my live stream here. And how's everybody doing? We've got Ash, Pragmatic Crystal, Alex, Aji, I don't know if I said that right, Lady Vaporeon, Jackie, Dawn, Belle, Stevie, Haley, Kaname, I don't know if I said that right. Hello, welcome. You ready for zombies? Awesome. We will get to that here in a little bit. I am trying to grab my link for the stream so I can share it on Blue Sky or something. I just ate a bunch. Well, not a bunch. I ate 2 mandarin oranges before going live. I love mandarins. They are incredible. Incredible. It's a flavor. It was just Flavor Town. I'm not getting scurvy. Heck no. Not doing any of that. Hello, Stephanie, Allison, Nika, Dorothy, String. Actually catching a stream. Nice. Sir Googly finally made it to a string to a stream. Nice. Thank you. Welcome. Hello. You love my channel. Nice. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I said my name. It sounded like you said Asian. Pronounced NG or EG or Sharky. Okay. Well, whatever works. Whatever works. I just, you got to say the names to shout people out or whatever. And then you never know. You never know. I probably mess up a bunch of them, to be totally honest with you. But that's just part of what's going on. Okay, I'm sending out a Blue Sky thingy. And then what do we call how Twitter has tweets? For Blue Sky, what is the tweet version? What is that? What is it called? A post? I mean, that's what the app calls it, the post. You love my eyes? Piercing? My eye piercing? I don't have any eye piercing, but unless you mean my eyes are piercing. Anyway, I made it to you. Yes. What exactly a tariff is? Okay, so a tariff is essentially just that when a company imports something at the port of entry, the tariff is applied, which essentially means that the company importing the tariff, like if they're a Canadian company importing it to America, then they pay the tariff. Now, they're going to obviously just increase their prices because there is literally not a single business on the face of this earth that is going to, sorry, I just cracked open a sparkling water. Probably heard that. But anyway, there's not a single business on the face of this earth that is going to just take the loss, right? They're all about that infinite growth. So I don't think you should expect any CEOs just to be like, oh, we'll just take the hit. They're going to pass on the cost of the tariff to the consumer. So essentially what the tariff is just raising price. It's inflationary. It raises the prices of everything and makes everything more expensive. And the only way around that is to get your stuff from within the country. That's the only way to avoid the tariff. But as many people are probably aware, if you're in the USA and you want to have a company in the USA, everything you buy that's made in the USA and all that stuff sourced in the USA, it's going to be more expensive because labor in the US is more expensive. And so then you just have this either you have to pay for the product that has been inflated due to tariffs, or you have to pay for the American product that's already more expensive. Does that make sense? And I think that the tariffs are just a bad idea. Trump promised to lower prices for everybody, and they're going to go up instead. So, and there's like there are some companies that cannot afford to pay these tariffs. Like they don't do like I'm already hearing about some auto businesses, specifically like car businesses, like they're not going to like this stuff. It's going to be it's going to hit them super duper hard. There are a lot of people who are going to lose bonuses, like regular workers. The company's not going to pay out bonuses because they're not going to have money. The market tomorrow and Tuesday will be interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm interested to see. So the stock market is closed on the weekends, for those of you who don't know, and then it opens on Monday, so tomorrow. So we will see what happens when the market opens, and it's probably going to be something. It's going to be something like they're like the tariffs were announced. They're going to go into effect Tuesday, and they have already like Canada has already announced retaliatory tariffs. So it's like a trade war, which I do think, this is going to sound crazy, but I do think that Canada and Mexico retaliating is good. Like basically standing up to Trump and being like, you want to tariff us, we'll tariff you. Like, what the heck? You want to play this game, we'll play the game. Because he argued that it's like a debate. It's like a way to force people into a position, essentially, is what Trump says. And it didn't work for it hasn't worked at all in that way. It's literally just trying to bully someone into a position, and it doesn't work. Or well, bully a country into a position. Let's see here. You live in Ohio, and because of the Honda assembly shutdowns in Canada and Mexico, will highly likely be affecting me soon too from the Canadian tariffs. I mean, I know, like there was someone at my job talking about a friend of theirs that has already lost their job because of the tariffs. Like they literally already lost their job. So it's real. It's going to hurt people. It's going to hurt a lot of people, like real working class people, not just companies, not just like if anything, the rich people aren't going to care because inflationary stuff doesn't really matter to someone that has like millions upon millions of dollars or whatever. Like these people, billionaires and all this stuff, like they just don't care about the inflate. Like they want, if anything, the inflationary stuff can help them inflate the market, so to speak. It can work, but it's supposed to be a bluff. You're not supposed to actually apply them. Well, right, but also like like all of these countries were open to diplomacy. Like all of these countries were willing to negotiate and talk to Trump and work on things and stuff. It's not like literally not a single one of these countries is like trying to get away with like really I don't, it's just really dumb. It's just really plain face, like a dumb move. So, I am the wild asked if tariffs hurt the US, like if our tariffs hurt the US, won't Canadian tariffs hurt Canadians? All tariffs hurt everybody because like you have to understand that like we have a global supply chain. And so, gosh, I'm so sorry. Because we have a global supply chain, oftentimes people have parts of things imported or the materials to build something imported, and that happens across the world. Like there are countries that have a lot of a specific resource and they export that resource to other places. And so now that resource is going to be like cost more money when importing into the US, which is a huge market. As well as like if you have the US exporting to like Canada or Mexico, then it will affect us. But it hurts everybody. Like it hurts literally everybody. I ate a big bowl of chili before I took my shower, and I almost fell asleep in the shower. I am very sleepy. I worked 10 hours today. I had to work a double. It was very fun. You're in upstate New York, praying Canada doesn't cut power to us. Well, like, okay. I don't know how to say this. I don't know. I don't know if they will do necessarily that, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. So far, all they've announced are tariffs and retaliation, not like refusing to supply power. But there's like the financial side of it, like whether they can um afford it or not. I hear about the war that might happen. I don't know anything about that. What I work in food service. Um, like if we say this stuff is amazing and good, your dad might be like, actually, it's not. Starting to wonder if our strat like is always start enthusiastic supporting everything he does. Okay, well, hear me out. Hear me out. One thing I've been thinking about is like, let me use this California thing as an example. So, Trump decided to release a bunch of water. Like there was a dam. There are dams. I'm sure you're aware. There was a dam in California that had water stocked up, like a reservoir, and Trump released like I think it was I don't know the exact number, billions of gallons of water. Was it millions or billions? I don't know. There's a lot of water, like a ton of water, wasted, and he essentially almost flooded California. And a lot of local officials and people had to like spring into action essentially to prevent the farmlands and stuff from flooding. Like this is gonna sound horrible, and I don't mean that. I don't want anyone to have misfortune. Like seriously, like I think it's a good thing that they were able to divert most of the disaster from like flooding that could have happened from this stunt that Trump pulled. But like, wouldn't it make him look terrible if like he flooded like a bunch of farmland and ruined like people's lives because he just decided to like order a dam to be opened? Like, yeah, he released the dam water. Well, he released like a bunch of it, like a ton of it. And a lot of this water was being held for summer. So like it's water that's kept over winter that they use during the summer. So it's like a reservoir. And now it's going to be mostly empty. So next summer, when California has wildfires or anything or a drought, they're going to have even less water. And then what do you think Trump's going to do? He's going to blame it on people in California. So like one thing that is ignore my comment, that's fine, you will find this out on your own. I didn't even see your comment. I mean, I'm like trying to read chat, but like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people in chat. You can't expect me to just like magically read literally every single message somehow. Anyway, what was I oh yeah, so like if those local officials hadn't done disaster prevention basically, then they like Trump would have made a huge mess in California, and it would have made, you know, a lot of things really clear to certain people about like who Trump is and what he's willing to do to get like a story out into the news. Sam Howard, thank you for the $5. Pretty kitty, hello and good evening. Dropping to say hello and hugs to all who need them. Thank you. We've got Piper, the orange kitty, back there, and this is Fredster right here. Freddy, my boy Fred's. He's just loafing. He's just loafing. His tummy has not been very happy the past couple days. I think he got into like some food on the counter or something. Like someone didn't rinse their bowl out well enough, and he got a little bit of human food, and it made his tummy all messed up. Blame Brandon and Newsom, and everyone will just leave it out, right? Yeah. So the thing is that like I don't want the tariffs to hurt people, but people voted for this, and I want, especially like if the prices go up, which they will, then I want Trump supporters to have to contend with that. Like I genuinely want people that voted for him to be like, oh, I'm losing my bonus because of Trump. Oh, my eggs are more expensive because of Trump. Like I want people to have to reckon with the consequences of their very real actions that have very real consequences. And honestly, like that's something that a lot of people said there during Trump's first term, which was really, really disgusting. There's a lot of people during Trump's first term who said it's not going to affect me, so I don't really care. Like essentially saying like he's going to target minorities, he's going to make, he's going to embolden bigots and do all this stuff. But Piper. She loves messing with these fountains. She was about to rip the top off of it. She loves doing that. Half the time I come down here and that fountain is like torn apart and I have to like put it back together. It's goofy. Anyway, but now this time around, Trump is so emboldened and he's doing so much because he knows he's like, this is his last term. Like this is his Hail Mary. These 2 years, he has like basically total levers of power to pull, right? And so like he's going to try to use these 2 years before the midterms to really get as much abuse of power as possible done. And the reality of the situation is that like it's going to hurt a lot of people because he doesn't care anymore at all about even trying to maintain some kind of populist appeal or whatever. Like it just does not matter to him. I think his approval rating could plummet and he would just keep doing what he's doing because I don't think that outside public pressure is really going to do much of anything. The only time we've seen public pressure do literally anything is with the funding freeze. And I don't even think that really worked because it's not entirely sure. Like, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think anyone's really sure whether Trump was responding to public pressure or whether he was just trying to do something that literally like the system just could not do. Like you can't just fund like or freeze all the funding going out. Like you can't just do that. Right. So maybe that's what happened or, I just really don't think that he's reachable with public pressure, which is partially what makes him so dangerous. But his base, he used to have like a false pretense of like trying to convince his people that, or not even trying to convince his people, but trying to like pretend that he's good for his base. But his base will very quickly realize that they have voted for the leopard eating your face party, and now the leopards are going to eat our faces. How big am I planning to go with my ear gauges? They have been the same size for like, I don't know, 8 years or something like that. These are a 2. The smaller ones are a 2. The bigger ones are double zeros. I got my smaller ones pierced at like, what were they pierced at? It's either a 4 or a 2. I can't remember. I think it was a 4 is what I got them pierced at, which is definitely the most painful piercing I've ever had in my life. If you've ever gotten your ears pierced at a gauge, it's wow, it's painful. It's really, really painful. Oh, like after the first one, they got the first side done, and I was like, there's the other side. They have to do the other side too. Maybe Trump supporters will think critically and not trust Billion. Well, see, I'm really interested to see what happens because like up until this point, there's always like a spin that Trump voters can put on something to be like, well, see, he's doing some stuff I like. But now, like I said, it's all gone. Like the facade is gone. So like, I'm just really curious, like how these Trump supporters are actually going to respond to things that hurt them in their real life. Did anyone else hear of the second plane crash? Yeah, I saw if you watch the footage of that second plane crash, that is wild. Like, and it's a really sad story too, to be honest with you. But yeah, there was a second plane crash. No one really knows, as far as I'm aware, no one knows what the cause of the crash was. Up until this point, like it doesn't seem like it was a midair collision because there was only one plane involved. But yeah, it was in Philadelphia, a medical jet took like a nosedive and just literally like you can watch like there's a bunch of different angles of it, and you can hear the planes, like the jet just barreling towards the ground, and then it hits the ground and there's a massive explosion, like huge fireball. Everyone on the plane, there were 6 passengers, were killed instantly. It was a medical jet, so it's sad. It was actually a pediatric thing. So there was like a young child and their parent and like I think a couple, like a couple nurses and a pilot or whatever. So not good at all. And it also, I think, killed someone on the ground as well. One person on the ground died and like 19 people got injured. It was a massive explosion. It is really startling to watch. Like if you why did it crash? I don't think we know. Like the plane left a crater in the ground. Like there was not, I don't think there was enough of it left for them to surmise what happened. I think they're trying to, they actually made a like there was a press conference or whatever from one of the local officials saying basically like, please, if you have any pieces of this plane, do not keep it. You need to turn that in to investigators, or like just don't touch it. Like if you see pieces of this plane, don't touch it. Like call someone and get someone out there to collect it, because they need to figure out what happened, which is really messed up. Trump supporters and critical thinking don't go together. Yeah. He's just straight up said we're gonna hurt. Yeah, he has said that, but I don't know how much his followers really heard that. Like Elon Musk also said the same thing. He said that there's gonna be some economic pain before the I don't know, foreseen golden age or whatever. There's a cat in the background. Yeah, that's my boy Fredster. They were only up like a minute, so they went up and then straight back down. Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that. Oh, are you talking about the third plane? I didn't hear anything about that. So many bubbles that are about to blow from the market being double the Warren Buffett level of 1929 crash levels, reversing the inverted yield curve. I don't know what inverted yield curve. I don't know anything about that. I've got Trader Joe's sparkling water, raspberry lime. Very good. Very good. Elon is scary to you as a German? Yeah, he's scary to all of us because he sort of has enough money that apparently no one can touch him. So, hi Sora, welcome. Yeah, I've seen that a lot in my comment section. String said, I told my Trump supporting dad what Trump is doing to trans people, and dad was like, no, that's just all the privileges they're losing. Like that makes it better. I've heard that from a lot of Trump supporters where they're like, you're not losing rights, you're just losing like these privileges that you have that the government's giving you, which is like, I wish these people could hear these arguments, because like these arguments have been used before against other minorities, and you know it's not very fair. Like what people don't seem to understand is that like if you're a part of a minority, especially a targeted minority, that having protections is like the necessary shielding to prevent you from having your rights abused. Like it's not getting extra privileges. It's like is like fixing an imbalance, right? Yeah, separate but equal. Exactly. Like that kind of crap where it's like that's how these people sound. They're like, you still have the right to be like not yourself. It's like, okay. They just have no good response to it. So glad you like the portrait. Yeah, no, it was really nice. You're good. You're very good at painting. I thought it was a picture. Like I thought it was a photograph when I first saw it. But wow. Did I hear about Musk getting total access to the federal payment and foreign aid systems? I have not heard that he has full access yet. What I've heard is that he's attempted to get full access to those systems, and that everyone that has stood in his way has either resigned or been fired, basically. So it's only like a matter of time probably until he does get access to them. He got some access yesterday. Right now you're trying to refill your E through the VA as many times as you can before they take that from you. I think that's a good idea. I think that's smart. He does have it. Someone reported on it 2 hours ago. Well, that's great. Like, but for real, like, I've never agreed with accelerationists at all. Like, I've never agreed with accelerationist thinking. I've often felt very contrary to accelerationist thinking. But I'm kind of hitting a point where it's like maybe they really do need to smash the system to pieces for people to realize how important that system was in the first place. Now, I don't really want that to happen because a lot of people rely on the government for things like a lot of people. Some people don't even realize how much the government like benefits their life in terms of like social support networks and stuff like that, like safety net programs and stuff. So I don't know. It's like watching a bunch of 4-year-olds with like a model airplane that you've spent like hundreds of hours putting together, and you're just like, are they going to smash it to pieces? Are they going to ruin all of that, or are they going to just drool on it? Did he shut down the IRS? Not that I've heard so far. The issue is conservative news isn't reporting it. Well, but see, that's the thing though, is that like if something gets bad enough, the news doesn't need to report on it. People know, like some people really underestimate the fact that like the average American is really concerned about their own personal experience. And so like if the like when, not if, when the tariffs go into effect on Tuesday and prices shoot up for things, people are going to notice that and they're going to look for an answer. They're going to be like, why is this happening? And it's going to be very, very, very undeniably clear that it's the tariffs. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly what the answer is going to be. And the right wing people can try to obfuscate, or they can try to ameliorate, or they can try to elaborate on why maybe these tariffs might be necessary in some twisted worldview. But like, it's not going to change the fact that it's going to hurt people in a very realistic way. So oh man, this sparkling water is amazing. Amazing. Will they know though, or will they blame you? You can't. Okay, yes, Trump will probably blame trans people for the tariffs raising prices. He'll probably say the trans people are they're hacking the I can't even think of something. Like it's such an absurd idea to pretend that trans people have like some massive amount of power over a system that they don't have power over. Like Trump has all the levers of power. He has every system of government. So like, and honestly, like some people, hold on. Some people keep talking about like comparisons between Trump and Hitler. And one thing that you have to keep in mind is that one of the reasons why Hitler had so much power is because he was in charge during a massive economic recovery. Like he was in charge and things got economically better. That's not going to happen this time. Things are going to get a lot worse. And like he is going to be the one in charge. He'll blame Biden. Yes, he will. He will. For sure. For sure. But like how much people, okay, the conservatives are willing to accept that something is Biden's fault when it's like a plane crash or whatever. When if it's something that doesn't really affect them, then, you know, they're more than happy to do that. Because they understand at a deep level, probably, that they're just assigning blame to someone with very little thought. If they know that these tariffs are, well, if they know their prices have gone up on their goods and they feel it in their everyday life, again, they can blame Biden, but like people are going to respond with, okay, but like you're in power, you know? So like even if he blames Biden, the immediate response to the tariffs being in effect is going to be like, okay, but you're in power, so do something about it. Like you're the president now, Trump, so fix it. And he's going to say like, whoa, you know, he's not going to have a response to that. He can't fix it. He cannot do any economic recovery. It's going to, like, if anything, he's going to destroy our economy. You believe that's very optimistic. Like, that's a very vague statement. I need to know what you think is too optimistic. I have no idea what you're referring to because I'm just kind of rambling. By the way, I put on slow mode. I literally just did that so that like if someone comes in and starts trying to spam stuff, it'll just like, you know, prevent them from spamming super fast. That's the only reason. It's like a 3-second slow mode or something. So you're in power. You're in power. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's good stuff. Your dad would agree with everything Trump says, and then when he explains why he's wrong, you do your own research. No, I get that. But you have to understand that, like, has your dad ever been negatively affected by Trump? Probably not. Probably not. He's on the sidelines. He's on the outside. He's looking in. Okay? He's not in the room with the you know, the problems that we're all facing. So, maybe when he has to experience that, he'll have a moment of like, and it might just be as simple as they're just like, hey, I just don't like that he did this one thing. But that's good if they do that. No, he hasn't, but he will now. No, he will understand why I hate this guy so much. And maybe he won't. Maybe there are some people. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that are so far gone that they would smell Trump's toilet and be like, wow, this is the best thing that I've ever done in my entire life. Like they would lick his boots and be like, sir, this tastes great. Like there are some people like that for sure. But you do have to understand in the margins, there are a lot of people who just kind of voted for Trump because taxes or because whatever. Like there's a lot of people who don't put much thought into their vote. And those are the people that like they're gonna see their stuff get more expensive and they're gonna be like, the hell? What's going on here? The market's gonna crash. They're gonna be like, what? I thought we were supposed to have the best economy in the world of everything. And all of a sudden we're not going to have the best economy in the world or whatever. And you know, there's gonna be a lot of problems. And I just like there will be a lot of people on the margins that will respond poorly to that. I'm actually really, you know, things are happening so fast. We're not really seeing any like approval rating polling or anything like that. Like it's just not really happening because it's all happening so quickly. So I'm interested to see what happens with like Trump's approval rating and stuff like that over time. Like for instance, Elon Musk's approval rating has gone down a bunch. Like Musk's approval rating is like below where Biden's was. No. Just want to say, as a trans girl, very, very early in transition, I appreciate your content and presence more than I can say. Well, I appreciate you, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck on your journey. It's very heartening to read. That means a lot. I appreciate you. The biggest issue I have seen is that everyone is so far up their own butt about how they feel, like they genuinely don't want to be the bad guy, so they are going to manipulate their brains to thinking. No, yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people like that. Yes, for sure. But I just think that people people are like it. People, you got to think monkey brain. Price go up. You know, these people are gonna be like, price go up. Me mad. And then they're gonna look for someone to blame, and the only people in power are the Republicans. Is approval rating accurate though? I mean, it seems pretty decent. I don't know. Seems all right. Don't forget to join the Discord. Yeah, I do have a link for that I could grab. Where is it? There it is. I am not gonna run for office. I think other people should run for office, but actually in my state, I don't think I could run for office because I don't think they would let me. They actually passed a law in Ohio that prevents you from running for office without listing a name change that you've had in the past 5 years. So like if I wanted to run for office, I would have to list my dead name alongside my current legal name. You have to wait at least 5 years or whatever. So that sucks. That absolutely sucks. That sucks literally just because it's excluding trans people from running for office. And I talked about it before, but it's because there's a transphobic legislator in the Ohio legislature that is hell-bent on excluding us from the seats of power. Don't some states prevent atheists from running too? I've never heard of that. That's interesting. I don't know. I kind of wouldn't be surprised. Run in Rhode Island, we've had trans protection of the book since 2001. Well, but I don't live in Rhode Island. You know what I mean? Like if I were gonna run for office, I would want to run for office like where I live. You know, like I feel like that makes sense. I feel like it's a weird thing that politicians do when they run for office in a state that they don't live in. It's like you're supposed to be representing people. There was an Ohio state legislator who was a Republican that got denied putting his name on the ballot because of that law. Yeah, I mean the law affects cis people too. Like if you're cis, you know what I mean? Like that affects you as well. If you have a legal name change, let's say you're divorced and you've had a legal name change, you have to list your old married name on your documents. Like it's goofy. It's goofy. Okay, so yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the market tomorrow. For sure. Protect Zoe Zephyr, for sure. She's great. She served. She slays. Totally fair, mostly a joke, just an excuse to call out people in Southern. Why, hello, Ziggy. Trump attacking Canada with lies is terrible. All he does is attack with lies. Like that's like his only. Like I was taking my shower and I was thinking about how absurd it is that like people started attacking him over climate change stuff, and Trump. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but he just started saying we had the cleanest water, the cleanest air under Trump. Like he just started saying that, like, oh, we had the cleanest. We were the cleanest country in the nation under me. Like he just says stuff. Like he has no actual, like, he doesn't care at all about reality. All he cares about is just saying that he's the best at everything. It's wild. Like there's absolutely no connection to reality. Like he's such a pathological liar that he responds to criticism by being like, actually, I'm literally just the best. You said I'm bad at climate change. I'm actually the best. And it's like, it's this one-upping, it's so weird. Jesse Ventura, Robert De Niro should try and run for office. I've seen some pretty base things from Robert De Niro, but I don't know much about Jesse Ventura. I'll be honest, I don't follow celebrity culture very much. It's just not something that I do. I honestly do think that the Democrats could learn a little bit from the kind of charisma that like certain famous people have. You know, I think maybe Democrats could learn a little bit about how to like talk to people and about how to message a little bit better from people that aren't consultants. Do you guys does chat want to talk about, I know we talked about tariffs, but does chat do you want to talk about the DNC chair? Ken, whatever his last name is, Martin, I think. We were if you're on the left, you were probably hoping Ben Wickler would be DNC chair. And then this Ken guy got in, and he was, so Ken, I didn't know anything about this dude. He was the DNC chair or vice chair, and basically just moved up into the chair position, apparently, getting an overwhelming amount of support. This is like something that's voted in from within the Democratic Party. So if you're schmoozing and boozing with all of the Democratic National Committee people, then you're probably just gonna get it. And that seems like what happened. Now I have to be fair. So I wanted Ben Wickler. He was my guy that I thought would be the guy. But he did not get it, and actually this Ken guy got it. But Ken is like not the worst option. So there were a couple other people running, and some of them were a lot worse than Ben or Ken. I just realized that they both have Ben and Ken. Anyway, I watched some interview. I didn't know very much about this Ken guy, so I watched some interviews from him talking, and he said some things that were actually like kind of okay. Like he said some things that I think I agree with even, but he just comes off as like, he says he's a progressive, but he comes off as very like, I don't know, like very consultant class. I don't know how to describe it. Will he be Knuff though? Oh my, that was a good one. That was very clever of you. Why hello people popping in. But yeah, I don't know. Ventura was fired from wrestling for promoting union. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, Hogan is a rat, a union rat, and and sided with Trump for the election. So I just don't know. I've also heard that this Ken guy is funded by AIPAC, and I don't know. I have no idea if that's true or not. And I certainly hope that he's not a Zionist. But regardless, the interviews I've seen with him are like, okay. Like he kind of sounds like a little bit like what Ben Wickler was saying, but like a little more lib sounding. I don't know. It's weird. Hello. Hello, people popping in. Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't need more Zionists in office. Well, he's not in office, but we don't need more Zionists in positions of power. But that's actually something that's a little bit concerning about, like, you know, like DNC chair is often not someone who has run for office. So like this Ken guy, he's never held office. Like he's never been voted into position except for the DNC chair thing. Like he has not been. Ken also said billionaires aren't bad guys. Yeah, he had this quote that was like, not all billionaires are bad people. We'll take money from the good billionaires, but not the bad billionaires, which is just like the dumbest thing in the world for him to say. But because he's never held office and he's never like, he doesn't have a voting record. So like, we don't know. We have no idea what this guy stands for. But one thing that we do know is that they hired a grifter for vice chair, David Hogg. I don't know anything about that, but I will have to look into it. What is a Zionist? A Zionist is someone that essentially believes that like Israel has a definite right to exist. Like it's like just look it up. Just look it up. It's a little bit complicated. It's not super simple to explain. But essentially it's someone that believes that Israel has like sort of like a right to claim the territory that it's in because it's a colonial state. So it's like, it wasn't there for like, it hasn't been there for very long. Isn't a Zionist the same thing as a Christian nationalist? No. No. Those are not the same things. Um all this stuff going on in America has me worried. Well, yeah. It should. It should. Yeah, Sora did a good definition of that. Is an ethno-cultural nationalist movement that emerged in Europe in the late 19th century, aimed to establish a national home for the Jewish people, pursued through the colonization of Palestine. That sounds like that sounds like it could be in Wikipedia. But yeah, if someone is a Zionist, then they probably advocate for things that are essentially genocidal. uh I got to be careful how many uh how much I talk about this thing because if I say the word Zionist too many times, or if I say anything too many times, that's uh I could get into someone's black book, or I could get onto some watch list or something. Colonizers, but with a fancy name. Yeah, yeah, like literally. I wonder how people are gonna flee America to other continents if the planes might not be safe anymore. I'm just really hoping it's a one-off thing. Oh, I mean, for sure, flying is more dangerous with less control officers. Like that's literally the issue. That's why the first plane crash happened, most likely, is because there's like a huge lack of uh control tower workers, and so things like that can happen. But overall, there's still going to be a lot of flights that don't crash. It's just that the chances of something bad happen have increased a lot. So like fleeing is still an option. Uh, I don't think it's going to be necessary, to be honest. But oops, I just smacked my mic. Oh my gosh, is there someone? Oh, oh wow, we've got a Zionist in the chat, folks. We've got a Zionist in the chat. I'm not gonna bother arguing with you. You are deep into that ideology. So I'm just not. We're not doing that. Uh, we need to challenge the current system. You're inches away from cashing in every penny you own and buying a travel trailer and leasing some land for the summer. Sounds nice. You're Jewish? Well, that's awesome. Good for you. I have absolutely zero issue with Jewish people. It just makes me really angry, and the Jewish left are getting really tired of this. You can curse in my chat, right? You don't have to censor the curse words. We're well, I don't know if we're all adults here, but I'm an adult. Hopefully you're an adult. It just makes me really angry. So genocide makes me really angry too. And I do agree that, anti-Semitism is terrible and it's bad. I don't think that we're really seeing a lot of anti-Semitism from the left. I think we're mostly seeing it from the right. And I think that displacing anger, like if you're angry at the left, you're angry. If you're on the left and you're angry at the left at being mad at Israel for committing genocide, I think you're mad at the wrong people. Like for real. Like, do you like Donald Trump? Because he's even more supportive of Israel's genocide than Joe Biden was. So do you support Donald Trump because he resumed shipments of 2,000-pound bombs? Like, do you support that? Anyway, many people are poorly educated. They don't know how to direct their emotions proper. They consider Jews a monolith. The response to that isn't treating critics like a monolith. Yeah, like if you're trying to act like Israel is immune to criticism for anything it does forever, then you're not you're not starting in reality. Like you need to understand nuance in every situation. And if your position is there is no nuance, we are the good guys and anyone that disagrees are the bad guys, you are fundamentally working backwards from a conclusion. Like you are seeking to justify your position no matter what it is. And you have to understand that that's not very high IQ. Like that's not very smart of you to do. Like that's just something that you probably shouldn't do at all, because it's not, it's goofy. It makes you a goofy goober. It makes you the goofiest of goobers. And then also like, okay. Like, I don't know how someone can exist on the left and not understand nuance. You know what I mean? Like being on the left is essentially requires you to confront a lot of stuff. It requires you to confront a lot of oh my God, I can't even think of the propaganda. So it causes you to introspect into your own cultural upbringing and how maybe the system that you grew up in was flawed in certain ways. Like I don't understand how you can go through all that and still not understand the nuance of the situation. Like if you care about Jewish people, you should hate Benjamin Netanyahu because he's essentially turning the Jewish state, which I think, first of all, having an ethno state, I think is extremely dumb and problematic in the first place, because you're essentially trying to associate cultural and religious Jewish people and people whose bloodlines are Jewish. You're trying to connect them all to a government in which not all of them live, and there's just no, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Like Jewish people all have individual brains and thoughts and emotions. And if you're trying to do a monolith thing where like, oh, if you're Jewish, you should support Israel, you're setting up a really bad situation, especially considering the fact that Netanyahu is essentially committing genocide right now. You're essentially saying that all Jewish people should support genocide. Like that is what you are arguing if you're arguing that for that position. And that's just like, first of all, that's not true, and second of all, that's just disturbing. That's a disturbing position to take. Israelis, Jews, and Zionists are all different groups. Like saying left and right in American politics are the same. So many people. Yeah. No, for real. There are tons of Zionists on the left and the right. Like they're all over the political spectrum. It's not an ideology based out of any particular point in the political spectrum. But again, I just find it confusing that there are people, I mean, I guess there are some people on the left who are like very lib, and I generally think that Zionists tend toward liberalism because they tend towards faith in institutions, and that's why they tend to believe that, oh, there's the state of Israel, it must be good because it's like a government and stuff, and governments or systems or like, I don't know, I don't really get it. Zelda had a train-based game. Trains are goat. What are my thoughts on trains? I do not have many thoughts. I've ridden trains before and I like it. I like riding in a train. I feel like trains are better than cars in a lot of ways. And I feel like it would be a lot better if our society, like I've been to Europe, and the way that Europe works with public transportation is pretty awesome. And I kind of wish America was more like that. Unfortunately, America is not like that, which sucks. Yeah. Okay, so I tried to talk about the Ken guy. It doesn't seem like very many people know about Ken, the DNC chair guy. He's like the first step towards the Democratic Party trying to pull itself off the ground from being absolutely curb stomped during the past election cycle. Where did I go in Europe? I've been to Germany twice, and I've been to Greece. I've also been to Puerto Rico. A sleeping cabin on Amtrak is the best way to travel. I've never done that before. That does sound kind of cool, though. Maybe I'll put that on my bucket list. It doesn't really, it's not, there's not a lot of, you know, there aren't a lot of trains in America. Puerto Rico is the US. Well, yeah. Yeah. What, why does that matter? I was just listing places I've been. Like outside the mainland US. Is he actually that good? Does it seem like he wants to move the Democratic Party forward or backwards? So that's the thing, is we don't know necessarily. I've watched like an interview with Ken talking about he did an interview with Brian Tyler Cohen. He did a couple other interviews that I watched, and he said some things I agree with for sure. He comes off to me as extremely lib. Like he comes off to me as being like the most liberal man alive. He looks so milquetoast. Like he is like he has almost no charisma, which is good because he's not in like a front facing position of power. Like the guy is not going to be, we're not going to see very much of Ken. He's going to be working in the background most of the time, which is good because he has absolutely zero charisma. But what is his last name? Martin, I believe. And but in the interview he said some things like we need to stop funding ads for, hold on. Essentially, he said that the left needs to give up on mainstream media. They need to move towards social media. I did see that Ken made a statement basically saying that like Bernie Sanders is doing it right and that everyone else should be emulating more of what like Bernie is doing, where Bernie actually goes out and talks to real people. He talks to his constituents, and he also like makes YouTube videos, and he does a lot of stuff. He's got his ear to the ground, right? Like he's very active in paying attention to stuff. So he said some decent things. Now, I don't know how much of that's actually going to translate into the party doing things better. He even said some things. I'm pretty sure I heard him say something about the fact that he wants the party to listen more to the people than to consultants, which I think is actually one of the biggest problems with the Democratic Party. I think the Democratic Party has this issue of listening to consultants inside of Washington and outside of Washington, just the consultancy class in general, rather than listening to their base. And the right is generally more responsive to their base in terms of like, they don't actually follow through with anything to help their base, but the right will pretend like, oh yeah, we hear you. They're like, culture war issues and stuff. They're very on it. They like to speak to those things. And the Democrats usually ignore their base entirely in favor of the consultants. But now it seems like, this DNC chair guy, he seems like he is interested in trying to move it in the other direction, which is good. Flying is not dangerous. Planes crashes don't happen very often. You never heard of a multi-aircraft pile up anywhere. Well, like we had that helicopter hit that plane, but I know what you mean though. Like it is safe. Flying is safe. Like don't think that flying is horribly unsafe just because of the things that happened. It is representative of the chaos of this administration and the chaos of what's going on in the federal government. It is definitely representative of that. But I don't think that everyone like there are still people still have confidence in flights. In flights, I mean, there's flights happening right now. There are flights happening all day, today, yesterday, the day before. They happen all the time, hundreds of them every day. And but there wasn't a crash for like 7 years. And then now there have been, some bad ones. Listening to people is the way to go. Yeah, so like, if this Ken guy is serious about that, I think that says some good things about the future of the party. Now, that being said, he also said some really concerning things about billionaires. He said like, oh, billionaires aren't bad people. There are good billionaires. We'll take money from the good billionaires. That's dumb. That's really dumb. So I don't know. Like, again, he says he's a progressive, but I don't know at all what his policy positions are. And he sounds very lib to me. He comes off as extremely lib. But that being said, you have people, I mean, he's from Minnesota. And so like Tim Walz, he comes across to me as very liberal. But Tim Walz, if you look at what he actually got done in Minnesota, he got a lot done. And that's actually something that Ken said in the interview. He said that like, Democrats have to do things when they get into power, because if they don't actually deliver on anything, then people lose faith in the system. They lose faith in their party, which is absolutely another huge issue with the Democratic Party, is that they tend to do absolutely nothing when they get into power. They don't spend any of their political capital. And so by the time they finish their term, people can't think of a single thing that Democratic person has done for them at all. And therefore they just they lose trust in that person. And so I think that's something that's huge. That's something that Tim Walz has actually delivered on. Tim Walz has done a lot of really good stuff in Minnesota. He has changed that state in a very real way for the better, in a way that everyone can experience and feel. Like people literally can feel the difference of having Tim Walz in office. And I think that that's important to the future of the Democratic Party. If they don't actually deliver on anything, if they don't make any substantial changes, if they don't actually do anything to better the states or the local governments, municipal the places that the people are running and serving their constituents, like if they don't do anything, it's for nothing. Do I think Ken Martin will actively push for progressive policies or just sell diet republicanism? Not all billionaires are bad. I don't know. Again, he has no voting record. He has no governing record. So he says he's a progressive. But he did also say in the interview, one of the concerning things I heard him say was like, we're a big tent party. Like he said, we have conservative Democrats, liberal Democrats, progressive Democrats, and even left-leaning Democrats, is what he said. And so he was talking about wanting to broaden the party's appeal in the working class, which, like, when a lot of Democrats say that, what they mean generally is like the Republican light stuff. Like, we need to be more like diet Republican. We need to appeal. But like, I don't know. I mean, he seems to think Bernie Sanders is doing a really good job, and Bernie Sanders, is quite a progressive. So he's pretty progressive. So he pushed the North Star program through. I don't know. Are you talking about Walz for that, or are you talking about Ken? I don't know. I don't know what the North Star program is. I don't live in Minnesota, if that's what you're talking about. Money corrupts, except the money from our billionaires. That's good money. Yeah, no, that's like such a dumb statement. Like that's such a dumb thing to say. Isn't the only way to be a billionaire or even a millionaire is to screw people over? Yeah, you cannot. I don't know about millionaires. I would assume well, I mean, like, I don't know. But billionaire, if you're a billionaire, you definitely have screwed people over and made money on the backs of people who you've like taken advantage of people. Like being a billionaire is should not exist. Like billionaires just literally should not exist at all because it doesn't make sense to have someone make more money than someone can make in their entire life. You know what I mean? Like that, like you have people making more money than thousands of people in their entire lives. Uh, there is some threshold of wealth which is inherently dispossessory. I don't know if I said that right, but essentially that just means that there is a threshold of wealth where to cross that threshold, you absolutely do have to abuse the capitalistic hellscape that we're living in to make the money. I love AOC, but I don't think that she's ready for presidency yet. She needs to become a senator. Well, that, and she also, like, you have to understand that even if AOC did somehow magically become president, like, she wouldn't have the backing of the party. There's a lot of people in the party that are still, like, really antagonistic towards her. And she has to figure out a way to stay her ground, stick up for her principles while building power in the party, which has been a fight that she's been working on for years. But it's a big struggle. It's like it's really hard for progressives to try to build power within the party while maintaining their principal stances, because a lot of the people that have the most power in the Democratic Party are the people that are abusing corrupt policies, like stock trading, stuff like that. Didn't the Dems get a new party leader? They got a new DNC chair. We spent a while talking about him. His name is Ken. He said some things that are good, and he said some things that are bad. And so but he definitely wasn't the worst. He wasn't my first pick. My first pick was Ben Wickler. But he's not like the worst person that was running. So that's true. At least he's not the worst. I just don't know whether he said some good things. He said that like they should focus more on podcasts, social media stuff. And I mean, he was sort of delivering on that principle because he was talking to Brian Tyler Cohen, which isn't exactly like the most independent of independent media. Well, I don't know. I guess Brian Tyler Cohen is probably pretty independent, but he's like a big YouTuber. Like he's got a lot of money. But yeah, I don't know. We talked about it. Off topic, but you have a very nice voice and you're falling asleep right now. Well, I'm glad that I could be some ASMR for you. I do like talking. We will be here till the end of time because we have been here since the beginning. True. I've been ignoring the news as much as possible recently. Yeah, make sure you all take some time, to zone out. Like I went for a hike yesterday and that was incredible. Like I'm super out of shape actually. My calves are so sore. But it was really nice to go on a hike yesterday and just enjoy some nature. Just like get out and enjoy some nature. Super nice. I really recommend, make sure you're all taking time for yourself because this is all a lot. There's a lot going on, but joy doesn't have to disappear. How was the weather? It's okay. It's cold. I wore a hoodie and a jacket and a sweater, so I was fine. But you might just go on a walk on your off day. I think walks are like super therapeutic. I think that walking in general is really great. Ken's wife retweeted a transgender Day of Remembrance post back in 2020. I don't know why I'm struggling to read this comment. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard. You're cautiously optimistic. It was about the Lowry Bridge being lit for Tidor. Well, that's a good sign. I mean, he did say some things about minorities, but he didn't specifically talk about any minorities in the interviews I listened to. I can confirm that this is literally ASMR for me right now. I usually use ASMR to fall asleep, but this time I'm just using your voice and somehow it's working better. Well, I've been told by people that like the way I talk or the way I describe things is like comforting, or like the way I just talk in general is comforting, which makes sense because I'm a type 8 on the Enneagram. And if you know anything about the Enneagram, type 8s, the social role for a type 8 is like the rock. Like that's my role. Is like people come to me a lot when they want comfort or they want someone who will listen to them and like, you know, hold space for them. So I tend to be a very grounding force for people in my life. I have almost everyone in my life tells me that I help like ground them and stuff. So honestly, I'm not surprised. It's probably just the vibes that I give off. Like it's probably just the vibes. Well, hello there, Crazy Wolf. Welcome. Kitty. Yeah, Freddie was up there. What's my thoughts? What are my thoughts? What are your thoughts on the importance of maintaining trans visibility? It's super important. Super important. You haven't taken the Enneagram in years? Enneagram is great. You never heard of that term before? Yeah, Vemmer spelled it right. Enneagram. It's I have a book. Hold on. Oh, oh my god, my cat. Oh my gosh. I'm so out of shape. I can't believe my calves are this sore. I can't talk also. This is backwards, but it's called The Wisdom of the Enneagram by Richard Riso and Russ Hudson. This is the book I recommend. If you want to read about the Enneagram, this is the book I recommend. It's really cheap off Amazon. Super cheap. There are 9 types. You can see them right here. It's got like a shape. There's a little bit of sacred geometry stuff going on here. And then there's the 9 types. So I'm a type 8 is the challenger. The names are kind of goofy. Like the names aren't necessarily they don't necessarily draw the most accurate image of the type, in my opinion. But it's really good. It's really good. It goes really deep compared to like Myers-Briggs or whatever. It's just very good. What's my favorite book? It's really hard to pick favorites for me. Like I don't know about anyone else, but I have a really hard time picking favorites for anything. So ER was my favorite from the 100 Acre Woods. Missed stories. I don't know much about the Enneagram. I mostly do the MBTI. What is MBTI? I don't even know what that is. Consider buying from a local bookstore if possible. Yeah, no, that's true. I just don't know if you're going to be able to find this specific book in a local bookstore. But if you can, that's pretty awesome. Starting to remind me of the personality test. I mean, the Enneagram sort of is like a personality test, but it's like it's very deep. Myers-Briggs. Oh, is that what Myers-Briggs is? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think that's like, I don't know. Myers-Briggs is way too surface level. It doesn't actually tell you anything useful. It just tells you a bunch of very vague information that may or may not relate to you. I think that the Enneagram provides actual substantive, like it gives you advice. Like it actually tells you things like for instance, I'm a type 8. One of my strength is like my strength of will. That is like the strength of the type 8 is I have a very strong strength of will. But that's also my greatest weakness because I tend to push myself to the edge of what I'm capable of doing. I push myself to my limit all the time. And I constantly burn out and do other things when I get really into stuff because that's the thing. So like the Enneagram has helped me recognize that in myself, that I have like, you know, strengths and weaknesses in certain ways. I don't know. It's a really deep book. It's good. It's really good stuff. You've never heard of any of this? How does it work? Well, there's like you take a little test in here, but these types are built around, like if you were to take like so your personality type according to the Enneagram is like a winning strategy. So when I was young, having a very strong willed view on the world was how I survived. Like it's how I got through things in my life, was by being very um I don't know, just by being a type 8, you know, by using my strength, I got through life. And that's what causes you to develop your specific personality type. But um you know, it helps you build empathy and understanding why other people behave the way they do, why they might. Oh, Freddy's being so cute. He's being so cute. He's being such a good boy. You want to see some Freddy pets? Yeah. He's been crying at least once a day at this point. I don't blame you. It is sad, and we all love you too. Do you have any advice on how to deal with the stress and anxiety caused from everything going on? Yeah, for sure. I just actually said some of that. So if you have pets, you know, spend a little quality time with your pet. Like give him some pet. You know, a little baby Freddy. Yes. Oh, you have that same Patriots. It's my roommate, but I don't watch sports. But yeah, oh, it's so cute. We just have like a bunch of different fleece blankets. I have to keep him down because Freddy is a very he's had a whole journey with his stomach. And Freddy, he's still having some tummy issues. And so every now and then he has accidents. And um yeah, so pets, self-care, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Like, you know, invest in yourself some more. Like more self-care, you know. Have really good support networks. Make sure that people around you are affirming you and supporting you and giving you space to vent, giving you space to distract yourself even. Like we don't need to be thinking about this stuff all the time. So having people around you that help you get your mind off of what's going on is really important. Read a book, pick up a new hobby. Like honestly, this is like the perfect time for anyone to, you know, get into a new hobby and just like really go hard on it. Like just like shut out the world and throw yourself into well, don't shut out the world entirely obviously, but like, you know, like get really into something and just go hard with it. Stop doom scrolling. That's a huge part of it. Like if you're using Twitter, stop using Twitter. Buy the expensive coffee on the hard days at your coffee shop. Yeah, treat yourself. Like give yourself some nice things. Like if you like gaming or Dungeons and Dragons, oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, get your friends together for a tabletop. That's awesome. Take a break from the doom and gloom of politics. Your health is more important than divergence of media. Yeah, and you have to understand, like 85% of the point is to make us feel bad. Like a lot of the news that's happening, there are real effects and there are real consequences. Don't get me wrong. There are people actually being hurt by the executive orders that Trump signed. But you have to keep in mind that there are also like a lot of people who, like, the point is to make you mad and to upset you and make you feel terrible and to make you feel like everything's hopeless and your rights are gone and everything is terrible. Like that demoralization is good for them because it makes you less effective as an advocate. It makes you potentially less visible as a queer person. So, you know, resistance is self-care is a form of resistance if you think about it. Like being happy right now, queer joy and trans joy, that's all resistance. Like that's all resisting the push of the administration for bigotry and emboldening hate and stuff. Mm. Personally, I have unsubbed from particularly sensational content creators Yeah, that's honestly, it's kind of a thing that a lot of content creators do. You know, they use sensationalist titles and stuff like that. But if you have to be, if those stress you out, like, you know, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Like, how do you want to say this? You want to cultivate your own media feed. You want to curate. That's the word I'm looking for. You want to curate your own media feed, so that you're not constantly surrounded by fear. Like, I use ground news, okay? And one of the reasons why I'm not freaking out all the time is because I'm not getting my news from YouTubers who are making titles like, we're all, this is the end of the world, and we're all doomed, and everything is on fire, and we're all like, these YouTube titles are crazy dramatic. And, you know, it works. It gets people to click on the videos, but if you're not able to like realize that that's just clickbait, if you internalize those titles, you know, that can be really harmful to you emotionally. You keep getting mad at left-wing YouTubers doing that. I keep getting mad at left-wing YouTubers making titles that have absolutely nothing to do with like the content of the video. Like, I don't know. I like, honestly, like, Brian Tyler Cohen, Luke Beasley, even David Pakman lately. Like, they've all been just making these videos where it's like, Democrats uh have massive victory, and it's just like an interview or something. Midas touch. Yeah, I hate that stuff because it's just like, oh my god, Beasley is the worst right now. And I mean, like, honestly, the Humanist Report, you mean? I feel like honestly, I feel like the Humanist Report is not that bad about it. Like, I feel like his titles are pretty accurate. Like, they're clickbaity, but they're accurate to the content of the video. What bothers me isn't when they're clickbaity. What bothers me is when the title of the video is like the most disgraceful thing that Trump has ever said ever. And then it's just like someone talking, and then like there's not even a clip of Trump in the entire thing or whatever. It's just like, I don't know. It's just weird. Weird. Politics girl, Taylor Lorenz. The interview Taylor Lorenz did with Libs of TikTok, Chaya Rychek, that will live forever in my memory as one of the most amazing interviews I've ever watched in my entire life. So good. So good. She walked all over Chaya Rychek in that interview. She made her look so dishonest, disingenuous, and just really uneducated too. It's deceptive when it doesn't align with the title. Yeah, like, it's okay to have clickbaity titles, but you just need to like, have some, like, you need to understand what the video is going to be about clicking on it at least a little bit. Like, I feel like my videos have clickbaity titles, but they're not so clickbaity that you have no idea what you're about to watch. Like, you can click on the video and be like, oh, this is probably about this, and then it is about that. Did I hear Trump make a joke about the first aircraft crash? No, I didn't. That's really gross, though. It's really gross. Taylor Lorenz interviewed Libs of TikTok. Yes, it was like a year or two ago. When was that? Was that last year? Does anyone remember when that was? I think that was like a year or two ago. I'm old though, so it's like, it's really hard for me to like to remember how long ago things are. The Humanist Report is great if you tend to be okay with getting angry at situations he points out. Well, he for sure has his niche. Like, like, Mike covers things that are pretty depressing, but like, I genuinely like, in my personal opinion, I think that a lot of the things that Mike covers with the Humanist Report are important. And I think that he's one of those channels where like, he's more concerned about keeping people informed than just sharing like good feeling news or something. He literally blamed the crash on DEI before he finished bragging, or before they finished dragging the. Yeah, so yeah, he did blame the. Yeah, which is really dumb. At this point, you would expect honest titles to be more so the money makers for being breaths of fresh air from a maximalist negative media ecosystem. Well, see, it's kind of like the reason why clickbait works is because it grabs on to that part of your brain that's like, oh, this is urgent, I need to watch this now. So it makes it stick out to you more. But that is an interesting thing to talk about, because if you've learned about the history of marketing, there have been a couple really interesting shifts in marketing over the years, where like back in the day, you know, you would have ads that were really complicated and like have a lot of text and a lot of things, and then you sort of move into like the certain eras of time where the ads are more simple and less colorful, and like they're like people's ability, it's hard to describe. The way people consume marketing materials changes over time based on the general attitude that people have towards the amount, rate, and quality of information that they are consuming. So like for instance, when the internet became a thing and people started consuming a lot more information, advertisers had to make marketing materials more simple, because people were getting overwhelmed with like billboards or posters or whatever that had like a ton of stuff going on. Like it was just too overwhelming. So simple things started to like, you know, get more popular and be more effective, because people were already feeling overstimulated, and therefore having a lot of stimulation was not something they wanted. Versus back in the day, they would put ads up that were purposefully a bit overstimulating, because it would grab your attention, because it was like, wow, look at all these colors and all this stuff, all this text. Seth Goddard has a good book on marketing. Maybe I'll look into that. Honestly, things are worse than most YouTubers and news sites are reporting. I think that things are worse than most mainstream media sites are reporting, but I see a lot of YouTubers who are very accurately covering how bad things are. So I'm curious. It's kind of funny that your name is the fearmonger. I was speaking particularly of the events described by that group of leakers I mentioned before, including Elon staffers physically invading various offers and plugging in hard drives. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about that. I've heard about that from YouTubers. 90s ads? Yeah. With all these government agencies abiding by the DEI bans, how do you think companies will respond? Think they will be husband of a sorting program? Well, we're already seeing companies respond to that. Like Walmart has canceled all DEI initiatives, so has Target. But there are some companies that are standing their ground, like Costco, for instance. Costco is there was like the board of people in charge of Costco or whatever. There was a I can't talk. There was a proposal put forward by the shareholders to the Costco board members saying like, hey, maybe we should give up this DEI stuff. And the Costco board was like, no, we have principles. Like we actually care about this stuff. So that's good. That's good. You get a lot of info from Luke Beasley. Do I know of him? So what's actually really interesting is I remember when Luke Beasley had like 2,000 YouTube subscribers. I remember when he was very little, like when he was a very little itty bitty YouTube channel. It's actually, it is really wild that he blew up so fast. Like I looked away and then I looked back and he's at 1 million and I'm like, What? That's awesome though. But he was just a twink. uh yeah. Yeah, when he was just because he got his start. I don't know if anyone knows this, but probably do know this. It's like recent internet history. But Luke Beasley got his start by doing interviews for David Pakman. Like David Pakman was asking people to go to Trump rallies and interview Trump supporters, and Luke Beasley literally did that. And that's how he got his start. That's how he got started on stuff like this. He started doing those interviews, and then at some point he decided to make his own channel. Probably had a little bit of like help learning the ropes from David, and so that's what I would have expected from Walmart and Target, honestly. Yeah, make sure you do some research on companies before you spend your money at places. I believe even Aldi is getting rid of their DEI policies now. Well, that's really sad because I actually like Aldi. I drank too much and just spent almost 2 hours arguing with Trump supporters. What is wrong with me? Help. You need to realize that arguing with trolls online is not helpful. It's not going to do anything. Actually, I wanted to say this in general. I see there are a lot of, I'm starting to get a lot of trolls in my comment section, especially because like when I do videos that specifically mention Trump, like when I have him in the thumbnail or I have him in the title, I get a lot of Trump supporters in my comment sections being trolls and replying to people, stuff like that. Please do not feed the trolls, everybody. Please do not engage with these people in the comment sections. Like, it's not worth your time. The reason why I let those comments stay up is literally just because it's engagement. Like, when people leave comments being hateful, they are helping me. They are helping me in the algorithm. Now, it would help me in the algorithm even more to encourage you to like all reply to these hateful people with like and like own them or whatever. But I genuinely don't think that's good for your mental health. Like, you can talk with people in real life, in your own personal life, people that you can reach, people that you can have like a modicum of influence on. But I just think that like people online are not, you're not going to influence anyone's viewpoints. Like, they're looking to just ignore and argue. They're going to counter argue everything that you bring up because they always have a counterpoint for everything. That's the point of their propaganda. So just like, who has time to hate watch live streams? Oh, I'm talking about my videos. And I don't even think they watch my videos. Like, I think what happens is like the right-wing trolls, they'll see my video title and they'll click it and they'll listen to like the first like 30 seconds of it. And then they will like type out their little hate comment, because half of the time they'll say something that I like literally addressed in the video. Like, they'll say something that I absolutely addressed 100% in the video. And it's just like, okay, well, if you had watched the video, you would have seen my response to that. But yeah, the hate engagement helps me. Like, it helps me out when people watch my videos and dislike them or comment on them or whatever. So I leave those comments up, but I don't want you all to like destroy your mental health by arguing. What if you love messing with people like that? I mean, like, you may say that, but I don't believe you. Like, I just don't think that it's actually good for you to like. I've done a lot of arguing with Trump supporters in comment sections. I've argued with right-wing people for years in comment sections, especially on like Facebook and stuff. And I just like it always just made me feel worse. Are there any reports of people being able to fly between non-US countries, or are passports getting seized at passport controls? By the way, third country. I'm not hearing of anyone attempting to fly. I have not heard of any of that. I don't know how many people have attempted to leave the country. I don't know. I appreciate you so much for the $5 though, Nadia. Thank you so much. If anyone has any information on that, if anyone has any sources, you don't go through Homeland Security leaving, only coming back. Well, right, but like, uh, it would it would be at the other country's port of entry. Has anyone tried to travel? I haven't tried to travel. If I travel, it's all going to be within the US. It's not going to be international. I actually don't have I actually never got my passport because I wanted to get my legal name change done before doing that, and I never got it finished, and now I'm too afraid to apply for my passport because, you know, I'm hearing people are getting their documents held, and so I do not have a passport. So I'm stuck here. Why wouldn't we be able to fly? Did I miss something? Well, they're just asking, like, if anyone had any issues, like re-entering the country, getting their passport taken, or whatever. I wish I was in a position where I could actually realistically travel away from the US. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's like an insanely hard thing to do. Traveling abroad is really hard to do. Immigrating is so hard. Getting visas, getting all that stuff, finding employment, place to live. It's insanely hard. Traveling to Norway would be safe at the moment. Well, I'm sure there are certain countries that are safe. It's just like it's just a matter of whether you're gonna get if people are gonna give you shit. Like if the passport has an X marker or something else. Yeah, I mean we don't know if people are like having passports confiscated for I think it's in Florida. Maybe it's in Florida. There's like a state law in Florida where if you have, I can't remember what the exact law is, but there's some law in Florida where like you can get your you can get charged with fraud or something. Your partner went to get their name changed and their birth certificate is being held as everything is paused. Well, the name change happens at like a local level. Like you get that done in like your local probate court. So how does that what does that have to do with I don't know. Hello Forrest, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. Find out where your local foreign embassies that are trans friendly are and write down the address for them as well as a map out of the path of travel. Oh, thank you for the article. What is this? Yeah, Florida bars residents from changing gender on driver's license. Oh, I think there's a ad about to play. Please pause. Thank you. So, yeah, if you are caught with an ID that does not match, I guess what you what does it says? Uh Deputy Executive Director Robert Niach states that misrepresenting one's gender, understood as sex, on a driver's license constitutes fraud. And that those with licenses that represent their gender identity could be subjected to criminal and civil penalties, including cancellation, suspension, or revocation of his or her driver's license. So, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend traveling very much. I don't think if you want to within the US, I think it's probably okay. But international traveling right now as an American in general is probably not very great, but also like if you're trans, it's a risk. time to move out of Florida if trans. Well, this was a while ago. This was a while ago. Like this wasn't recent. So like these people should have already done move out of like Florida is like a hellscape for trans folk. So if I recall, aren't Florida and Texas the two worst places to live if you're trans? Well, you see that really depends on what you're talking about. Like if you're like you have to consider if you're in Houston, Texas, if you're in Dallas, if you're in these big cities, you're still going to find queer people and you're still going to find trans folk. But if you're out in the sticks, then it's going to be a whole different story. But like there are some deep red states that are incredibly deep red, like Oklahoma, for instance, where like it doesn't really matter where you are in Oklahoma, it's probably pretty bad. Pretty bad. We need a rescue bus to drive down to Florida to save the people, the trans people. Yeah. Just being there seems pretty dangerous, even without the politics. Hmm. I am going to take a very brief break. I'm going to grab a very quick snack and shove it in my face. And then I will. Oh, Chapel Rowan won the Grammy for Best New Artist. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, I see chat going. I'm gonna be right back. I just want to grab a very quick snack and whatever. You all can hang out with Freddie. It's not working. I don't know if that's gonna stay there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. You guys like Freddy? Yeah, he's cute. He's a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. He's my best little boy in the whole world. Yeah, he's such a good boy. Yeah. Would he be Freddy Fazbear or Freddy Krueger? He's just Freddy. Cat held down the stream well. Just sat there like straight chilling. Good. Glad you guys enjoyed some Freddy time. I think I got a Freddy hair like on my nose. He looked sad when I left. Aww. Aww. Such a good boy. Yeah, he follows me around pretty much everywhere, so he's kind of like my shadow. You were just listening. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. So I got you're gonna get some sleep. Enjoy your sleep. Thank you for hanging out, Liddy Vaporian. Enjoy your sleep. I got some of these. Freddy thinks I got him a snack, even though I didn't. He just like got up so fast. He's like, is that a snack for me? No, Fred, it's not. I'm sorry. Cornbread crisps from Trader Joe's. I don't know if you can read that because it's backwards, but they're supposed to be slightly sweet, a little bit salty. And then I have some hot honey. It's literally just hot honey sauce. Sauce. It's just hot honey. Honey. Is honey a sauce? Or is honey like a syrup? Or is honey like a... Like, how do you classify honey? Honey is honey. You love those crisps? I've never had them. Is it a sauce or is it a syrup? Honey, bee puke. True. Honey is nature's sauce. Yeah. You'd consider honey a sauce? Huh. Interesting. Where's the sauce? I'm gonna open this bag, so I'm gonna mute for a second. I'm just really using this biological advantage that the turfs say that I have to absolutely fail to open this bag. What the heck? Okay, like what is this for real? Like what the hell? Okay, I tore the bag. Oh shoot. Okay, I tore it open. So now it's just got a giant hole in it, which is kind of not what I was going for, but that's okay. I'm probably just gonna transfer them into a... Oh, sorry, you could probably hear the bag. I'm so sorry. Now the crisps are all just crumbs. So this is a cornbread chip. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna try it with the hot honey. This is like a spicy honey. It's actually, it's Mike's brand. This is probably gonna burn my mouth up. Oh, that is spicy. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh, I really like that combination. That is such a good. I got a I also grabbed Waterloo blackberry lemonade. Grabbed me one of those because why not? Yummy. Skizzers. Yeah, I probably should have grabbed those. I just didn't think it was gonna be hard to open. What microphone do I use? This is the Elgato Wave 3, I think. Cornbread chips sound like the most Midwestern snack I can think of. I love cornbread though. It's so good. Cornbread is so good. Okay, fresh cornbread with honey and butter. Oh my god, you're just it's just amazing. It's so good. Spicy honey is very yummy. Hot honey is delicious. Yeah, have you ever had hot honey on fried chicken? Because hot honey on fried chicken is just, it's just incredible. Sounded quite southern right there. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if it's a southern thing or a Midwestern thing to like cornbread, but I love me some cornbread. I'll tell you what. You like cornbread, especially when it has the sweet corn pieces in it? Do you mean cornbread casserole? Or do you just mean cornbread? Because I love both. I think cornbread casserole is pretty goated in the sauce. For real. For real. I do love me some cornbread casserole. More like casserole. Axolotl said to check my DMs. Oh, Axolotl is literally drinking the same sparkling water as me right now. That is sick. That's a cool, like, what do you call it? Like a synchronicity or something? This is one of the best Waterloo flavors, in my opinion. It's a really good flavor. Banana bread? Oh, I love banana bread. So good. Actually, one of my least favorite things about voice training is that I no longer feel like I have the ability or the right to do like guy voices. Like I love doing voice impression. I love doing voice impression. And like I don't know. It's just weird. Like I feel like I can't do any of my old impressions anymore cuz my voice either can't do it or I can do it but I feel weird doing it. Waterloo is so watered down. What do you mean? It is it is water. Like it's water. Actually, probably one of the best flavors is the orange vanilla Waterloo. Orange vanilla Waterloo is incredible. It's my favorite Waterloo flavor by far. More than half the title is water even. True. What's the difference between Mexican cornbread and like normal cornbread? Or not normal, I don't mean it like that. I mean like American cornbread. What I hate about voice training is how mentally agonizing it is. It's really hard at the beginning. Like voice training is I know that's very like duh, but like it does get easier. It just takes some commitment. Ugh. Ooh, sparkling water. I like all foods, and I like all candy, and I like all flavors. And you? Um, I don't know if I like every flavor. I like flavors though. Me opening my sparkling water. There better not be any water in here. Uh, I really want to improve my voice as a trans woman because I want to have a more imposing feminine accent. I'm not sure what you mean by that, by feminine accent, but if you mean like uh like you want to have a more like what is it, feminine affect or something, like what is it, I don't even know how to say it. It's not a dialect. Can someone just like surgically move around my vocal cords so I don't have to voice train? There is there is a surgery for vocal cords, but it does not by itself, it won't do inflection. Sure, yeah. Um or affect would work. Okay. But like the vocal cord surgery is not going to do voice training for you. Like you still have to do voice training. It just makes it like easier. No, it's not a tracheal shave. Like there's actually a surgery that will essentially I think they thin out the vocal folds or something. It just makes your voice sound lighter. It just makes it easier. Said doing a male voice sounds weird to you. Did you find that when doing your training? What do you what do you mean by that? I'm a little confused. Like it is weird for me. I used to think it was fun to do like a Duke Nukem impression or do like Arthur Morgan. I used to love doing Arthur Morgan. The money, being like money, you know, or like the boy, like when he sees his horse and he's like boy, boy. But now I can't do like I like literally can't do, or like Hank Hill. I like can't do those voices anymore. Intonation. Oh, okay, yeah, probably intonation is what I meant. A tracheal shave is for your Adam's apple, yeah. Which I've actually found. So like, I don't have a super pronounced Adam's apple. Like you can see it, but when I really hold my resonance up, like my Adam's apple does not stick out nearly as much. So that's something that I've noticed with people, or not with people, just in general, is that if you hold your resonance up, it makes your Adam's apple less noticeable. See fur baby in the corner. Now he's on my chair. Now he's down here. Aren't you? Yeah, who's a good boy? He wants like to sit in my lap or whatever. Oh, yes you do. Yes you do. Yeah. You just want love, don't you? You just want to be in my arms. Cat cam when? I mean I had my camera on my cat for like a while. Um you've been on testosterone for 14 years, your voice can go down super low and you're still misgendered on the phone sometimes. That happens to me sometimes too. Like especially like when I'm taking orders or something, or like talking on the phone, it'll happen every now and then. But I just think that's just like, I don't know. If anything, that's just because people are like bad at guessing, honestly. Like I've seen people misgender cis people. As a 20-year-old, how much should I worry about losing access to my HRT? I think you should be mildly concerned. Like I think you should be concerned about it. I think you should be prepared for what you might do if you do not have access to an official source. And let's be careful about sharing resources in the chat because this is like a YouTube live stream. but there are ways to get access to HRT. Like you can buy estrogen over the counter. That's it's not a controlled substance, so you can get it. I swear I've met AFABs with Adam app. Yeah, I mean, like, there's so much diversity within anatomical structures. Like, okay, like 2 months ago, I was at a work meeting and I saw someone who is in my company that, like, she's a cis girl and she has, like, literally the biggest brow bone. Like, her brow bone comes out way farther than mine. And it genuinely made me feel a little better about my brow bone. Because, like, you have to understand that, like, there is so much anatomical diversity within humanity in general, and so, like, yeah. Yeah. People are not great at recognizing, honestly, even if they say they can always tell. Yeah, the like, okay, I live in a red state, and, like, you would be shocked at how often people just, like, say transphobic things to me, or, like, say things that, like they have no idea I'm trans. Like, they have no idea, and they just say stuff to me, and it's like, you think I'm a cis girl. Like, you think I'm a cis girl, but I'm not. And you're like, you're just it's funny because they think they can always tell, but they can't. My nose is gonna run because I'm eating these cornbread with honey, with the hot honey. For anyone that's hello Enzo, welcome to the stream. I'm eating cornbread chips with hot honey and talking about politics with chat. I was considering doing Project Zomboid tonight, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, if you're getting HRT through institutionalized means, you have to accept the likelihood of that going away is pretty high. And you should probably look into getting other ways. I think you should be prepared for sure. Definitely be prepared. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to, like, shut down care nationwide, but they're certainly going to try. Oh, Lord. That hot honey. That hot honey is, like, really hot. Can chat vote on whether you want me to play Project Zomboid or not? I don't even know if I feel like it. I'm a little sleepy. But can chat give me an idea? I noticed that when you got up you had wide hips and a big butt. Is all that from hormones, weight gain, or do I work out too? Well, as far as the badonkadonk goes, I was born with it. I've had a big butt my whole life. I've always had that cake. I've been caked up for a long time. But definitely my body shape has feminized a lot. Like, I the hips are new, and I have also gained like 30 pounds on HRT. Before HRT, okay, that's an exaggeration. A long time before HRT, I used to be like 160 pounds ish. I am 190 pounds now. Granted, before I went on HRT, I was a little heavier. I was like 170, maybe 100, probably like 170. But I have gained a significant amount of weight on HRT. Um, Some people are lucky and get a more curvy shape. I mean, like, I don't know, different strokes for different folks. Some people like the stick thin people. Some people like, um, you know, not everyone wants like the super curvy. Like love your body for how it is. Play the song Baby Got Back instead. You lost a lot of weight on HRT? Interesting. I started eating a lot more. It's probably because I'm going through puberty. But like my I can eat so much. It's crazy. So I know you cannot directly link these resources for HRT, but can you tell me where I can look? Yeah, go on Reddit. Look on Reddit. There are some good resources on Reddit. A lot of Discords also have, yeah. God, this, I'm not gonna lie, this hot honey and these corn chips, this is like, I am living the dream right now. Try being tall. I'm like 5'8". I was like 5'9" before transitioning. I like lost like a full inch of height at least. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God, that's so good. Mm. Being curvy actually means that you eat less healthy foods. That's not really true. Also, being curvy does not mean you're unhealthy or that you're eating unhealthy foods. Some people just like their bodies come in all shapes and sizes. Some people hold weight differently. Some people retain more water than other people. Like there are tons of reasons why your body might look different than other people's, and there's no shame in that. It's not necessarily directly linked to some choice that you're making. It can be your bones. Yeah, it could literally be your bone. Wow, this hot honey is really hot. Oh gosh. It's like when it hits my throat. Like in my mouth, it's spicy and it's kind of nice. But then the hot honey hits my throat and it's like hold the phone. Holy crap. Oh my God, this is hold on. What am I snacking on? It's Trader Joe's cornbread crisps. I sort of ripped the bag because I couldn't get the bag open, so I like punched a hole in it. But Trader Joe's cornbread crisps, I can't even get the bag to line up. They're really good. And then I have hot honey that I'm dipping them in, which is really hot. It's like actually burning the hell out of my mouth. Did I know that a McDonald's Big Mac burger sandwich is 930 calories? No, because I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat fast food. Like at all. Fun fact, Trader Joe's is actually Aldi's. Whew. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Would I consider it lucky that you had your original puberty delayed or stunted? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what all the implications are for all of that. My nose is gonna run so much. Ugh. You shouldn't eat fast food, but but it's too easy and too tasty. Um, I'm sorry. I think I just ate way too much of that hot honey. Like actually destroyed the inside of my mouth. Um, I mean, like it's every now and then. If you eat a little fast food, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. If every now and then you treat yourself to a little fast food, it's just like you should not be having it as a routine part of your diet. Does that make sense? Like fast food should not be something that you're having on a daily or even necessarily a weekly basis. But if every few weeks or something, or every now and then you just feel like you want to get yourself a little something, fast food makes you sick. Yeah, that's what happens to me too. It makes me feel like garbage. Like I don't know if you count Culver's as fast food. I don't, but oh my gosh, I'm dying. But like I'll eat Culver's, but I don't really consider that fast food because they actually use like real ingredients. But I don't eat it very often either. Like I'll have Culver's like once every couple months or something. You love the concrete mixers? Yeah. No, they're the pretzel bites, Culver's pretzel bites. Oh my gosh. Their pretzel bites are amazing. Pizza is the best fast food. When I was in college, I ate an absurd amount of Domino's pizza, and I don't think I can ever eat pizza. Well, I can eat pizza, but like fast, like Papa John's, Domino's, Little Caesars. Like I don't think I can eat that stuff anymore. Like I can eat good pizza, like I can eat like high quality like restaurant pizza, but like that fast food pizza stuff, like I just can't do it anymore. It's just too many calories, too much grease. You've lost 1 inch of height, your shoe size went down, and your waist dropped a couple sizes since starting HRT. That's cool. I lost shoe sizes and I lost height, but I've definitely gained weight. So like my yeah. Your country borders Italy, so different standards. Oh, it's my homeland. I'm primarily Italian. I've never been to Italy, so trans and PZ. What more can I ask for? Yeah, I like was thinking about playing PZ. Did anyone chat? Do you want to weigh in on that? Do you guys want me to play some PZ instead of just talking about politics? We can do that. As someone who can't afford HRT, I sad. Oh, I'm sorry. Why not both? Yeah, I guess good point. Let me pull it up. Should I swap over to I should probably change the video, right? The stream? No, we'll leave it. We spent a lot of time. Like I'm always like conflicted about whether I'm supposed to swap categories. Because right now I'm in news and politics. That's what my stream is labeled as. And then when I start gaming, I usually swap it to gaming. But then I think it changes the entire stream. Like the whole length of it changes to gaming. So then it like won't show up in a news and politics algorithm. So I don't really know how all that works, to be honest. But I'm gonna go ahead and boot up some PZ. You heavily dislike Chick-fil-A and its owner, but their waffle fries are bussin', but you don't buy from them. Yeah, I don't buy from Chick-fil-A either. I actually heard that they changed their waffle fries and they're no longer as good. There was like some big famous YouTuber or whatever who made a video about how much he hates the new waffle fries. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really. Chick-fil-A is like good, I guess. Like, it tastes good, but I don't really miss it because I don't know. You can get fried chicken all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, you could just like if if you want fried chicken that's not super hateful, just get like Raising Cane's or whatever, or Popeyes. I don't even like. Every now and then I'll get Raising Cane's, but that's definitely a once in a blue moon thing for me. Very occasionally. Cane's always makes me feel terrible after I eat it, but it's good. You don't know about Raising Cane's? I like Raising Cane's. You've got a good niche going. I feel like your channel is doing good. Yeah, I feel like my channel is doing well. It's also doing good. Which is kind of like, it's kind of frustrating because I feel like I'm growing because of all the like if Kamala had won, my channel would not be nearly as big as it is right now. I am succeeding off of the horror that we are all experiencing collectively. Okay, I'm trying to. God, I hate this stupid cursor lock thing. Hold on, sorry. Okay, let me swap over. Why does it do this? Hold on. Gotta change a setting here. I have it set to lock my cursor so it doesn't like. There we go. So I can't move it out of the screen, but then it makes it really hard to alt tab out of the game. Okay, there we go. Here we are. Project Zomboid. Kitty. Yeah, he was in the background. Yeah, but we needed you. Oh, thank you. That's a kind sentiment. I know it's sad, but realistically, I think there's no way Kamala would have won under the circumstances. Well, yeah, especially with the polling I've seen, a lot of it was because of what Israel was doing and stuff. It's true. I definitely found you through your videos right after Trump got elected. Yeah, a lot of people did, to be honest. I found you before the election and would have stayed either way. Aw, you're one of the real ones. The people that followed me before my channel blew up. You're the real ones. Because like that 5 harsh truths video was really like the what do you want to call it? It was I don't know. It was the moment. It was the moment where everything changed. Converting the world. Oh, was there another update? Was there another patch? I always ignore politics, but this time my rights are on the line. Oh, hey, why is the Life and Living playing at 7:30 a.m.? There's like a bug going on with Life and Living. That was like your 3rd or 4th video? Aw. You were one of the first ones who came after that video and then the server blew up? Yeah, the server blew up so fast. It was kind of crazy. You haven't drank water for like years? What are you doing? Drink some water. Drink water. You came exactly with the video that blew up. It's fine. It's fine. I appreciate the support no matter what, for real. Like being completely honest. It's been a long time since we played and I don't really remember what's happening. Okay, I've got a rag. Need to rebandage my neck. Um, you don't remember when you started watching October? Oh wow, really? That was a long time ago, Nathan. That was way before I blew up. Thank you for that. There were some people that were watching me, like, I had a very small viewership before my channel blew up. But I super appreciate the people that were around for that. When 42 finally goes stable, that'll be great. Yeah, no, it really will. I would love to do like a multiplayer server with build 42. I think that would be super, super sick. So what I want to do is I want to... Oh, can I please have... Do I not have a pot? I don't have a pot. A metal pot. Well, that sucks. Really? I don't have one? Dang. My character's like starving. Is there anything that I can cook? I mean, I've got like a meat stick I can eat. Oh, I guess I got some chips. Am I losing weight? Am I... Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll take the chips with me. And then I'll eat something. Slice the bologna. It looks like I have enough ingredients to make something. But all I have is this saucepan, and I don't think you can... Yeah. Hmm. It's giving... Oh, I didn't turn on the game audio. I'm sorry. Hold on. My bad. I had it muted because the menu music is like super loud. You all have a great night. Take it easy. Oh, yeah, you have a good one too. Watched a ton of your videos recently and glad to catch a stream. Welcome. Happy to have you. This is one of those games that appears way more simple than it is. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this game. It's honestly, I've learned things about real life from this game. Like, it sounds weird to say, but I've had like moments where I learned something in the game and it's like, oh wait, that's just like how life is. Like, that's just how this works in real life. So like, there are some really deep systems in this game. It's pretty cool. My character is absolutely starving though, and I don't know what to do about that. I don't want to just like eat raw food because it's like a waste of... I guess I could eat these grapes or whatever. Yeah, I'll just eat the grapes. I wouldn't cook with those anyway. Oh, why did it... Eat the grapes. Okay. So now it looks like we did I don't even remember what we were doing last time. We did a loot run. It looks like we had a bunch of stuff. It's been a while since we played this save, so I kind of don't remember. I should keep that bottle opener on me. Okay. I guess I'll grab a couple bags and then we'll definitely need to do some looting runs. So Wait, where's the small backpack? I don't even see it. Carpentry chisel. That spice is making my nose run a bunch, and it's really annoying. Like, really annoying. One of my least favorite things about having a septum piercing is that it makes my nose run all the time. Would you tell us about me? Like, get to know you stuff? I did a question and answer stream when I hit 10K. I did a question and answer stream like pretty soon after. It's like, it was like 2 or 3 streams ago. So you can watch that if you want. Or you can just like ask me questions. I don't really like just talking about myself there very much though. So unless you have like a specific question or something, then I'm not really sure how to respond to that. Whoa, a lot of fog. Okay, so do I have leather gloves? I do. Well, I'll take these gloves. There's like some backup gloves. I should probably wash them though. They are kind of gross. Okay, let's see if any of these other zombies have anything on them. Work boots. Well, they're good condition. They're just really dirty. So I will take those. More work boots. Those have a hole in them. I'll take the watch. Ooh, a hand fork. That's a good free weapon. Okay. Skill magazine. I don't know how I never noticed that. I must have never really looted these zombies. You forgot to add Baldur's Gate to your list? Oh, yeah. Did I ever serve in the military? No. No, I have not. I feel like I should get a pair of overalls because... a tie-dye shirt? Oh, hell yeah. More fingerless gloves. Well, I guess I can't really have too many of those. If my gloves rip, I'll need a replacement. Western boots are damaged. All the overalls were damaged. Oh, there's more zombies over there. How do I feel about furries? I don't have any animosity towards them or anything. I don't, you know, I don't really care what people do. It doesn't really affect me at all, right? So why would I care? If I haven't played the original 1 and 2, you would highly recommend it. You know, maybe I will at some point check those out. You know, like maybe at some point I'll get into that. I should probably use this as actual storage out here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I think I had a piece of corn chip like hit the back of my throat. Okay, I'm gonna wash those gloves and stuff, and then I'm gonna go try to loot something. Safety scissors. I wonder what those are used for. Okay, so I need 1 pair of gloves just to keep on me. Yeah, put those in there. And then that can go there, that can go there. Okay. And now we're gonna go try to loot stuff. You drink water 3 liters per day. I have no idea what that is in freedom unit. Your last name sounds like a pasta. Passinetti. That's funny. Maybe it should be a pasta. Maybe I should make my own pasta and name it after my last name. Had to pet the cow. Helps with your anxiety. 3 liters is about a gallon. Oh, okay. That's the daily recommended amount, about a gallon. So that's cool. That's cool. It's cool. You're here for the trans pasta business scheme. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna make it. That's how I'm gonna make all my money. That's how I'm gonna really take off. I was thinking about it. Like, we desperately need leftists to build institutional power and just to build power in general. So like, I'm not saying we should like become billionaires or anything, but I'm just saying that, like, imagine if leftists had enough power that like some very powerful independent leftists could like start their own media networks and like do stuff like that. And we're seeing a little bit of that. Like, I think you could argue that big channels like Brian Tyler Cohen or like Midas Touch or whatever, like the I don't really like the Young Turks anymore, but like the Young Turks, like they're like networks, you know. They are like media networks, and I think that kind of stuff is super important. The right has too, oh, there's a zombie. The right has too much ability to, oh, he heard me. Get on the ground. What you get? Okay. I don't really remember what was over here. I know there was a warehouse that we looted. Yeah, I wasn't saying anything about the specific I wasn't saying anything about the specific, like, I wasn't saying anything about Midas Touch. I was just pointing out that, like, with the amount of accumulated power they have, they are like a media network, right? So the more of that we have, like if we had, you know, like some trans folk that had some more power on the left, that would be a good thing. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna walk through this forest. Hopefully there's no zombies in here. Otherwise, I'm gonna get heckin' jumped in the woods. Okay. Seems fine. Oh yeah. Okay, so here's... That was the salon and restaurant. You get all your news through me and Samantha Luck. I would definitely, I think I said this in my last video, but I don't feel confident in people using me as like a sole news source because I'm not full time, and like I feel like I can't like I don't know. I just feel like it's I'm not here enough to cover everything. Oh my god, what? Was this key in here? The first... No way. This doesn't have any gas, does it? I thought I looked through this. And oh, this is good. Oh, chat. This is a good van. Ooh, I need to get some gas. Okay, so I'm gonna find a gas can and see if I can siphon any gas. Let's see, what do we got here? Luke is cool too. That guy will go into the lion's den for the story. True. I give him mad respect for being willing to go on right-leaning shows and fight for his positions. He came out as gay? Did he come out, or was he just like gay and just didn't say anything about it? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, was Luke just like gay and he didn't talk about it, and then he kind of mentioned it? Because I know he mentioned it recently on one of his like grunge shows, but I just kind of assumed that he was already gay and that he just sort of didn't really talk about it. But he mentioned it. Yeah, I just assumed that he was just kind of like low key about it. Like, he was he like? Pretty sure Ground News have some stake owned by Koch brothers. What? Really? Just Ground News does a pretty good job of providing me the news in an unbiased way. Hello, I love your videos. Thank you. I ate more of that Han honey. Woo. That's spicy. Guess who hasn't released a video in 8 days? Blair White. I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised I haven't been targeted more by her. Or at all. I don't think she's made a video about me. But that was something I expected to happen pretty quick. Because I know people that have been attacked by her. Like online. Cool. Digital watch. Take it. There's like this one channel that makes videos about me. But she makes videos about a lot of people. So I'm not really... Doesn't really matter. It's also a very small channel. Like literally like a drama farmer. Hope you're doing well. You fell asleep. Aw. That's okay. I hope you had some good rest. I am doing well. There's an entire anvil in here. No way. There's literally an entire anvil right there. Wow. I feel like I need to grab some of these boxes. A fleshing tool? Okay. Ooh, we could grow some hops. Can you brew your own beer? Is that like a new feature? Carpentry 2. Ooh, that's good. That's like the next book I need for carpentry. Garden basket. Yeah, I'm gonna steal some of these boxes. Some of these crates. And I'm gonna use them for storage. There's also planks in here that I could use to... A funnel? I don't know if you actually need a funnel for anything, but I'll take it. There's a welding torch in here. Ooh, a spade. Everything is like... I think I rolled really good loot tables for this. A scythe. Oh, God. You know what? I'm actually... I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna load everything up into the medical van out there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run back to the house and grab gas and then bring it back and fill the van so I can leave with the loot. Ooh. How's chat doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm a little sleepy. I had to work like a double today. Like a long double, like 10 hours. But overall doing good. Hope everyone else is having a good one, as good as you can have, you know, in this environment. The ambulance, yeah, that one. That's what it's called. My brain is like not working. Doing your best to keep hanging in there. Now I'm contemplating if I should play PZ myself or should I do art. Follow your dreams. Oh, what's this? I saw a plastering trowel. Okay. Flyers. Another welding torch. Hand scythe. Bucket. That's good. Could always use a bucket. Calipers. Bolt cutter. File. Hacksaw. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of good stuff. I hear zombies. I think they're outside. Wood saw. Half mask respirator. Fleshing tool. Backpack sprayer. Okay. Okay. See what else we can pull out of here. Is there a zombie in here? Maybe it's upstairs. I hear a zombie. Oh, I feel like it's in this. I feel like it's in this closet or whatever. I was right. And he had a duffel bag, which is great for looting. Respirator filters. Circular saw blade. Claw hammer. Wood saw. I don't really need another scythe. I only really need one of those. Leather gloves. Hello. Mason chisel. Welding torch. I should probably get... There was like a carpentry chisel over here, right? Oh, my character's like super unhappy. Plaster powder. Okay. I almost have everything I need to like wallpaper a wall. Oh, wait. There it is. Carpentry chisel. Grab one. Okay. I feel like there's so much stuff in this game that I need constant don't do that, do this narration. Yeah. It's sort of like it is like a it's like a choose your own adventure game, but since it's survival based, it's like, you know, it's kind of important what you do and when you do it. Just realized this, just looked this game up on Steam, didn't realize it was early access still. Yeah, it's one of those games that's gonna be in early access like forever. You know what I mean? Like, I would be really... Oh, a smithing hammer. Ooh, a welder's mask. I would be really surprised if this game ever actually fully released. A hatchet? A hand drill? Oh my god, a box of nails? I'm finding so much stuff in this warehouse. This is crazy. So much stuff. Not to mention all of the like there's a bunch of wood in here. I feel like the loot tables I rolled for this are like it's like insane. Large knife, pretty good. Steel metal snips. Snips, I mean, not nips. That's a different thing. Electric shears. I don't even have any sheep, but good to have. Another hatchet? Oh, yeah. Wooden mallet, more respirator filters, duct tape. So much good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take this stuff to the ambulance out here. Ooh, there's a bunch of zombies over there. Should be okay. Really need to go eeping now. Oh, good night. Yeah, thank you for sticking around, hanging out. I hope you enjoy sleep. Have I been playing without us? No. I have like my own solo save, like for when I'm playing by myself. So I have no reason to play the stream save. This is if you watched last time, we went over to this place and we started looting it, but there's like a lot of stuff in this warehouse. So kind of just been going through trying to grab some stuff, and then shoot, I can only carry okay. I'm like super overloaded. My character's actually really hungry. I don't know how I got hungry so fast. Kind of doesn't make any sense to me. I need to be careful not to exhaust myself too much because there's a bunch of zombies in the area. They're just not aggro right now, so they're not really bothering me. You saw a video. Migraines may be attributed to not enough magnesium. I do take magnesium on a daily basis, although I take it to help me with sleep or whatever. Especially if you take like a stimulant, you should be taking magnesium. Okay, so now I need to get, okay, wait, there's like a gurney in here that I don't really need. Can I just like, can I like, maybe I can put the gurney like in a seat or something. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I could eat a bag of I brought chips with me. I can just eat a bag of chips. And then I can smoke a cigarette. That should help with most of my moodles here. Wait, did I not finish smoking the cigarette? Dang it. Heard there's some kind of correlation between migraines and increased stroke risk. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, like, it kind of sounds more like a light causation. Like, I don't know. Or not causation, correlation. Give me the box. You're fully okay with being wrong about that? Yeah, yeah. I just haven't heard anything specifically about that. Hello, Ruby. Need to move a bunch of vans to the door so you can use move things in the warehouse. Yeah, well, see, it doesn't have any gas. So like what I need to do, I'm gonna put all this stuff in the van, and then I'm gonna go back to my house and get oh, I need to, and then I'm gonna it'll all make sense. I should have brought more garbage bags. But okay, let's go get the gas. I'm gonna use the walk to, but okay, I really need to change this neck bandage. Okay. All right. And now gotta keep walking. Wonder if I can cut through these woods. I saved a little time. Oh, how did that cow end up on the outside of the... What are you doing? Oh crap, do I have any... Wait, what? Oh, it's in the fence. Okay. It looked like it was... Am I losing my mind? It looked like it was on the wrong side of the fence, but then it... Oh! What? Why do I feel like Life and Living is playing at random times? Like, what is happening? I kind of forgot that Life and Living was even a thing, though. Woodcraft. Oh, by the way, when we started this playthrough, I kept talking about how I was like missing swings that I didn't think I should be missing. It turns out there was actually a bug. So like all of these wounds that I have, I probably wouldn't have gotten them if I didn't have that bug happening. There was like some bug where like brain no work. Sorry. Okay, drop all this stuff off. Take the gasoline. What? Why is that so heavy? Oh, I have the crate on me still. Well, actually, I can go ahead and put that down. We'll have our first storage unit. Yay! Okay, I'll have to organize all this stuff. I should probably... I really need cooking equipment, like, pretty badly. I don't want to keep eating licorice. Go ahead and eat some licorice. I don't want to go through all my non-perishable food, and I want to be able to cook. There's some new feature to Life and Living where if you watch during a period of time, it'll start at the beginning when you get there instead of only being from... Oh, okay. But still, that was like 2:30, which is like not a normal time for Life and Living. Just really confused me because... Let me cut straight through these woods. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know. I don't know if any of these cars have gasoline in them. I'm gonna check real quick. I have a key for that small car too. Yeah. Looks like that's a no on gas for those. But I have a little bit that I can add. Okay. I can put a little more in the trunk. I'm gonna go ahead and back it up to the warehouse. Oh shoot, my character's sleepy. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to kill these zombies. Stealth kill. They definitely made it easier to get stealth kills, for sure. Maybe these cars have gasoline in them. Nope. And... Ooh. This car has gas in it. I don't know if it's got a lot in it. Have I played the long drive? No. What's that? Also, I wonder if this is open over here. I keep seeing these breaker stations, but they're always locked. And like you need a welder's torch to break through. Oh, there's a zombie over there. Oh, there's a zombie over there. Yeah, they're starting to congregate over here. They're attracted by the violence. Add some gasoline. Oh, that was actually a lot of gas. That's cool. I'm gonna grab a couple more crates. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to take with me. Wait. Okay. Okay, I do actually have enough gas that I think I could. Do I play any tabletop games? I have played tabletop games, and in general, I do enjoy tabletop games. I like, in particular, I really like GURPS. GURPS is generic universal role-playing system. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit up this house real quick and see if I can find like a good like roasting pan or something. Where's the gas can? Okay. Rope, that's good. A latch, I don't know if I actually need that for anything. A long stick is good. You have an old ass copy of GURPS. GURPS is cool. It's like it's a generic role-playing system, so you can use it for all sorts of different playthroughs and different kinds of. Okay, we attracted a zombie. But D&D is cool too. Like I like D&D. Someone's attacking something. Bag of a box of garbage bags? Yes. Are you for real? Yes. Thank you. Empty pan. Perfect. That is actually exactly what I was looking for. That and like an empty cooking pot is all I need. I knew she was back. Okay. They have a basement. Battery. Basements are creepy. Yeah. Signalis? I've never played it. Jeez, another welding torch? I really don't need another welding torch. Ooh, box of nails. Firefighter axe. Oh, the head is like in perfect condition. It's just the handle that's worn out. So I could replace the handle pretty easily. I'll take the welding torch. Okay, and then I really need it. Ooh. Yeah, this is like a freezer. I could definitely pick that up and carry it up, and I might come back for that. Bucket hat. Hmm. So I really do need a cooking pot. I don't know if I have a pillow, so I'll grab one of those. Magazine. Can I take a garbage bag? I'm really glad there was a heavy duty flashlight. Do I have one of those? Ooh, I don't. That's pretty awesome then. Where's the favorite? Perfect. Matchbook, not bad. Yeah, I guess I could take the cordless phone. Okay, let me dump all this in the trunk. I feel the new build 42 lighting is annoying. There is at least one spawn that is impossible as you start in complete darkness and can't do anything except starve to death. What spawn would that be? Excuse me, Mr. Zombie. I'm trying to... trying to do stuff. I'd be... Cortman medical spawn is bad. Are there no light switches? Or... you need to be a doctor in Muldrow? Oh, do professions actually have an influence on spawn? Like spawn location? If so, I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Be kind of interesting to know. Ooh, there's a car over there. I wonder if there's gas in it. Some professions influence. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Okay, it looks like this house was like pancake mix, huge. A copper kettle, copper saucepan, a bowl, dented unlabeled can of food. Cool. Jar of broccoli. Corkscrew. I think I have one of those back at base. Phone book. Okay, my character is really tired. So after I loot this house, I'm gonna have to head home so that my character can get some rest. It's the depression. Depression makes you get tired faster, which is kind of annoying, but also makes sense. I feel like I want to try to be confident and like loot the house next door as well. But if there are zombies, it's gonna be kind of problematic. Ah, whatever. Can I get in? A speeding ticket? Oh, there's keys in that car. Empty gas can? Don't mind if I do. Does it have gas in it? Why show me? Why won't you show me? Okay, it must not have gas in it. Okay, this is gonna be the last lap. What? Oh shoot. Oh, stealth kill. Oh my god. Some of these are like ready to... Oh my god. No way. Oh, this is so awesome. Now, what about these carrots? Do they need a little longer? Are they seed bearing? Info. Ready to harvest. I'm just gonna harvest them. Good find. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna have plenty of fresh veggies. It's really life or death for transgender people, isn't it? Is that what happens if you don't get hormones? It's certainly not good. It is definitely something to be concerned about. Okay, it didn't transfer the stuff for some reason. There's some chickens over there. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna very, very quickly try to get into the shed over here. There's actually a chicken hutch too, so I'm gonna check it and see if it has any. Ratchet wrench. Okay. Hey there, chickies. Oh, well, they're dropping. There's some eggs on the ground. Are you guys not laying your eggs in the hut? Why are you not laying eggs in the hut? Oh, is this not a real hutch? Yeah, it doesn't look like that's a real hutch. So they were just laying eggs on the ground. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna head back to the vehicle. Wait, what? Huh. Okay. What actually happens if you don't get hormones? Quite a few bad things. Like, for instance, old people often go through low hormone cycles as they age. Like, that's what menopause is. Can I please remove the bandage? I'm playing this game with tons of hard waste. What? What do you mean? I didn't understand. Can I fit this van through here? Is that tree in my way? Oh shoot. Okay. All right. I really don't want to mess up this van. So I need to go this way. Go this way. Oh, shoot. Oh, crap. I didn't see that tree at all. I'm already like screwing up this. Gotta pay attention. Really hard to like navigate some of these trees. Like you can't really tell how close they are. Oh, look, a deer. Oh. Okay. I was actually gonna kill it, but then my character just pushed it and helped it. So you're welcome, dear. You're welcome for that. I saved your freaking life. Yay! We made it back. Okay, so I've got a ton of stuff, but this stuff, I need to get the stuff that's like the food. That's the part that needs to get inside ASAP. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to. Carrot. Apple. Packaged corn. Potatoes. Oh, look. Exposure survival. Tomatoes. Steak. Oops, I put the steak in the bookshelf. Bad. Where's the steak? There it is. Okay. I can drop that bag. And I got all of the food. And saucepan. Kettle. Bowl. Dented unlabeled can. Sure. CD. Book. Paperback. Phone book. Pancake mix. Okay. New Skyrim mod just dropped. What's that? Okay, I don't think there's any other food item. Okay, yeah, that's all the food. So what I want to do is I want to grab these crates. And oh, there's eggs. I forgot about the egg. Okay. So we take the crate. We're gonna put them down. You're gonna start stretching your ears. Nice. Boom. Okay, let me put these eggs in the fridge. Boom. And I'm gonna have to my character is like on the verge of collapse. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna finish bringing this stuff in, and then I'm gonna It's gonna be really annoying to like sort through all this loot. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be very annoying. We have so much stuff. Like all these garbage bags. Oh, ratchet wrench. Hearing from folks and reading transgender advocate Schuler Baylor in his book on gender identity dysphoria sounds painful. So glad to not have experienced it. Yeah, dysphoria really does suck. Like it's wild to me that like some days I look in the mirror and it's like, oh yeah, a lot has changed. And then sometimes I look in the mirror and it's like literally nothing has changed. And it's a really unsettling feeling. Actually, there was that show that they were doing, Win or Lose, and they have a deleted scene that was supposed to represent like what dysphoria feels like. And I feel like if you go watch that deleted scene, it actually paints a very clear picture of what dysphoria feels like. It's very powerful. Pronounced Skylar. His book is He, She, They, How We Talk About Gender and Why It Matters. Oh, okay. I'll have to look into it. Yummy, yummy snack. Yeah, it's like these corn chips. Cornbread chip crisps that I've been eating. They're so good. Okay, I'm gonna have my character go to bed. Because my character is so freaking tired. Okay, I do have a pillow. Sleep good with pillow. Ooh. Boom. Ah! Is that a gold ring? Oh, okay. How many are any of these other like some of these other wounds have to be healed, right? Okay, I was gonna say. It's probably just that neck. There we go. Okay. Time to start organizing this loot. So the bottom... Yeah, the bottom two are going to be for like tools and weapons. So that one's going to be for weapons. That one's going to be for tools. So tool. 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 Wooden mallet's going to be a weapon. Jeez. Jeez. It's gonna take me forever to, you know what, honestly, off stream, I'll probably go through all this loot. How does that sound? Because like, I really don't want to spend like, it's gonna take me seriously like 5 to 10 minutes to organize all this stuff. And I don't want to turn the stream into me just sitting here like digging through my loot. Okay. Speaking of which, it's been 3.5 hours. I'm kind of tired. We got some big gains. Got like a new vehicle. Found, you know, looted the crap out of that warehouse. Can't log out without sorting. Well, I can do the sorting like off stream. You know what I mean? Oh, we got some eggs. These chickens be laying eggs. I gotta clean this hutch. It's dirty. There's an error message that always pops up when I go to clean the hutch. And I don't know what it is. End of stream? Thinking about it. I'm really tired. Like I got up at like 4:30 in the morning today. So I've been up for 20 hours. And I worked 10 of those hours. And so I'm just, I don't know. I'm just kind of tuckered. Does that sound, is everyone okay with that if I end it right here? Go ahead and pause the game. Jump to full screen. Oh. Do whatever I want. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you guys see Freddy, but I feel like Freddy feels right now. I'm all tired. He's all tired. I'm all tired. Oh, look at the baby. Look at the baby. We love a responsible streamer who takes care of themselves. Yeah. I think I might wrap up so I can Oh, Fred, did you have an accident? Oh. What a perfect time to end stream because now I have to go wash this blanket. He just pooped a little bit because his tummy is in a bad. Okay. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy this stream. Thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate you very much. I'm going to have a video out next week, obviously, another stream, all that great stuff. And yeah, I will be around and stuff and things. So thank you all and stuff. Poor Fred. Yeah. He's on probiotics and stuff. So I'm working on improving his gut health, but it's a struggle. He went on antibiotics. He had like a dental surgery a while ago, and he went on antibiotics, and it really screwed up his gut. And it's honestly, it's taken me a long time to get his gut to start healing and recovering. And actually, he's been showing a lot of signs of improvement, but he still has accidents every now and then. That's why I have blankets down on like all the furniture and stuff. Anyway, I appreciate you all for being here. I will be back with more content later. Patreons, thank you very much. Patreon members, all that great stuff. I do have a Patreon. I've got my link pinned, my link tree pinned. It's got my Patreon. It's got the Discord. You can join the Discord. We've got a friendly Discord. If you want to join that, pretty great, pretty awesome. Love the Discord. Lots of people in there. Great time. Would love to see more people in there. Okay. I'm gonna get out of here. Drink some water. Peace out. Bye.